In the late spring of the Southern Song dynasty, the misty rain over the Jiangnan region had just lifted. A scholar named Liu Wenxuan was hurrying to Jinling to sit for the imperial examination. When he reached the ferry crossing, the last black awning boat was about to set sail. On the bow, a young girl wearing a blue cloth headscarf was tidying up the mugwort in a bamboo basket. "Boatman, wait a minute!" Liu Wenxuan shouted as he ran. Seeing this, the girl Aji persuaded her grandfather to hold on for a moment, and the old man agreed to wait. Liu Wenxuan rushed onto the boat, out of breath, and looked at the grandfather and granddaughter with deep gratitude. Aji handed him a linen handkerchief to wipe his sweat. After introducing herself, Liu Wenxuan also explained his purpose of traveling. As his fingertips touched the delicate stitches of the handkerchief, a warm feeling welled up in his heart, and he thanked her repeatedly. Liu Wenxuan noticed that his ankle had swollen and turned red from running. He was about to cover it up when Aji spotted it. She brought him peppermint tea brewed with mountain spring water, and also took out the mugwort and ginger ointment that her grandfather had made to reduce swelling. Liu Wenxuan declined politely. "We are strangers, how can I accept such kindness for nothing?" Aji placed the ointment beside his feet and said, "Everyone runs into troubles when away from home. Last year, a fisherman saved my grandfather. Helping each other is what we ought to do." Liu Wenxuan stopped refusing. He was about to apply the ointment himself when Aji stopped him. She gently spread the ointment evenly on his ankle. Liu Wenxuan's cheeks flushed. As they chatted, he learned that Aji had lived on the boat with her grandfather since she was a child. Liu Wenxuan helped tidy up the boat awning, while Aji taught him to tell egrets apart from wild ducks. He told her allusions from the books he had read, and Aji listened with rapt attention. Her grandfather stood at the stern, rowing the oars, and smiled until his eyes crinkled as he watched the two of them. At noon, Liu Wenxuan took out the wheat cakes his mother had baked, and Aji brought out dried fresh fish and wild vegetable cakes. They shared their food. The aroma of the wheat cakes mixed with the dried fish, and Liu Wenxuan thought it was the most delicious meal he had had since he started his journey. In the evening, the boat ran aground on a shoal. Liu Wenxuan grabbed the tow rope and pulled hard. Aji used a punting pole to steady the boat, and her grandfather adjusted the direction of the oars. Working together, the three of them got through the danger safely. Liu Wenxuan's palms were covered with red rope burns, and Aji immediately applied the ointment to them without hesitation. When the moon rose at night, Liu Wenxuan told Aji stories from his books, and Aji sang Jiangnan fishing ballads for him. Though they had only known each other for a day, they talked like old friends with endless topics to share. Early the next morning, the boat arrived at Jinling Wharf. Liu Wenxuan took out some silver to thank the grandfather and granddaughter, but Aji waved her hand to refuse. "We met by chance, and helping you was just what we should do. You need money for the imperial examination, keep it," she said. Deeply touched, Liu Wenxuan took off the inkstone he had used for years and gave it to Aji. In return, Aji presented him with a lotus sachet she had embroidered painstakingly, wishing him success in the examination. They exchanged tokens, and both felt a twinge of reluctance. At the inn, Liu Wenxuan looked at the sachet Aji had given him. Suddenly, it occurred to him that he and Aji were like duckweeds floating on the water they had met by chance, and now they were parting just as quickly. He picked up his brush and wrote 4 characters on the paper. Ping Shui Xiang Feng, a chance encounter. He thought these words perfectly described their meeting. The boat set sail. Liu Wenxuan stood on the wharf, waving until the black awning boat disappeared into the morning mist. Clutching the lotus sachet in his hand, he thought to himself that he and Aji were like duckweeds that had drifted together by chance on the water. Though their separation was hasty, the warmth of their encounter would remain in his heart forever. Key takeaway. Ping Shui Xiang Feng, a chance encounter refers to a fateful meeting that is brief yet warm, just like the one between Liu Wenxuan and Aji. In life, the help we receive on our journeys and the kindness of strangers are all precious instances of such chance encounters. This warmth is well worth cherishing.